All right. Basharo, you're welcome to RegCharles. My name is Peter Damian Obama, and with me are my team members, Achike Austin, who is the head of micro, small and medium-scale enterprises into RegCharles, Finance and Capital. And that's Farouk. Farouk is the head of legal. That's Buki. Buki is the head of credit risk and investment management. And that's Isioma. Isioma is the head of internal audit services. And then myself, the managing director of the institution. RegCharles is a licensed non-banking financial institution by Central Bank of Nigeria, and what we do is basically a very simple thing. We source for funds from high net worth individuals, organizations, non-profit institutions, and we use those funds to invest in micro, small and medium-scale enterprises because we believe that the engine of every economy. Without them, no survival. And apart from investing in them, we use different financial models to do these investments. Depending on the criteria, depending on the risk acceptance criteria we have, we can either give you straight debt or we give you debt and equity. And we use a famous model called micro-equity model. Besides giving the money, we also believe that there is need for capacity development programs. It goes beyond giving money. We need to also teach them how to use this money. We need to also teach them leadership, entrepreneurship, financial management services so that they can run a sustainable institution. And then we also offer them some advisory services. We give them business support services, IT support services, financial management services, branding, and all that. So we look at the entire business model, and what we try to do is to structure every institution we come across in order to suit this model. So beyond that, we have also ensured that we are focusing mainly on the real sector. We don't give money to importers. We give money to the sector, the services sector, all the value chain across it, agriculture, agro-allied businesses. So these are businesses that add value to the economy, and that's where our focus is. And the essence of this whole thing is to catalyze entrepreneurship. We want to encourage youths, women, men to develop good businesses, help reduce unemployment, and impact positively to the economy and the environment. So that's why we are called social and impact investment company. All right. So now the essence of this, press release we are doing today is to let Nigerians know, to let the world know, to let Africans know that there's an institution that also believes in our vision. And that institution is Randle. And because they're professional audit firm, we believe they have discovered what it means to impact in small businesses. Unlike many companies that claim they do this, we want to prove using this that our target is to show that there's an institution that is actually doing what government wants, empowering the medium, small and micro businesses to grow in the value chain. And part of our strategy to ensuring that this happens is we understand their problems, why they are not able to access funds. Some of these things include that they're not structured, they don't have financial accounts. Some of them, their financial accounts are not standardized, and at the same time, they don't have access to market, they don't have access to business information. They have lots of problems, and so we have to start first to structure them, position them to capture all those solutions that will enable them have access to smartphones. And the only way to do it are the following ways. One, you have a world-class audit firm to be their auditor and provide them with assurance services. You have a world-class institution to rate their services, to rate the company, like Augusto. You have a human resource outsourcing company to provide them with their employee needs. You have business development institutions that will optimize revenue for them. You have foundations worldwide that you can link them to have access to international market and remain competitive. So these are the main reasons why I said that we need this to happen. So by signing today a contract with JK Randle, what we have done is that we are giving you an exclusivity that from now till whenever, that JK Randle will remain the professional audit services company to all our portfolio accounts in RegCharles. As of today, RegCharles has impacted in over 50 institutions, of which we are going to transfer to you as their year-end comes, of which we are going to give you a brief. We're going to give you an engagement letter so that at the end of every year, you proceed and audit them. And we want to thank you so deeply for considering doing something extraordinary, not looking at the money, not looking at the opportunity. You just want to help institutions grow. So you are actually a social and impact investor already. And we recognize that because you are charging what audit firms are not charging. Whereas, ordinarily, you are supposed to charge even more. But you said no. We want to partner with us. So we congratulate you on this day, and we look forward to a great professional and business relationship with your institution. So that is why we are here today. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Express what it feels having a global organization like this, actually figuring out your strengths in the economy and inviting you for this unique partnership. We want to hear your response.
It's a significant milestone in the economic tapestry of Nigeria, because at the end of the day, the employment, especially at the micro level, is so critical. And one cannot but congratulate RegCharles for having the vision and the drive to focus on microfinance, the low, medium, and hopefully they will germinate into the big oaks.
In terms of knowing that lending today has been an issue within the economy, with a certain level of defaults, risk associated with lending or whatnot. What do you have to say?
Yes, because in the process they created a gap, which is, and it's that gap that RegCharles has zeroed in on. Because the way the economy is, one sector's handicap is another entrepreneur's opportunity. I mean, we know all the issues. The banks have problems lending on account of they want to perfect security. They have very structured administrative and authorization processes. You go from one, somebody looks at it, then kicks it up to the next level and the next level and the next, and eventually get to the level of executive director or possibly managing director before the approval is completed. With the kind of setup you have in RegCharles, the process is bound to be much quicker.
So, how do you think your presence now within the business model now will improve the whole thing?
Well,
or will even add a boost?
Yes, first of all, to ensure that the business model is consistently applied. It's one thing to have a business model, it's another thing to adhere to the model. Once you begin to deviate, that's number one problem. But if you can focus on the model and apply it consistently, then of course the results, you know what to expect.
So, yes. Okay, we'd like to ask you, J.K. Randle, as a world-class brand, and coming into this platform where RegCharles is embracing the power of outsourcing and partnership. We want to hear a recommendation on that and how it's going to affect what they give to their clients at the end of the day.
World class must recognize that you have to have a beginning. Whoever is world class must have started somewhere like this and must have grown over the years. And with all due modesty, I've been in this business for close to 50 years. So, and I've seen it all happen. So, nothing, you cannot start with too little. Whatever it is, provided you are consistent and you apply yourself and you sustain the integrity of your business model and you are transparently honest, the sky is the limit. Yeah.
But let's look at a scenario whereby we start having some challenges between J.K. Randle and the clients in terms of, you need to oversee a lot of things. How do you intend handling this? Because it's a very sensitive part of the business.
No, those challenges are inevitable. But what is important is to recognize them as creative challenges. Because if you resolve them, the other party too will recognize that you are actually adding value. So for that reason, it's not a handicap. Really, it's an opportunity to add value.
We want to believe this initiative has taken time from your own organization. You really thought about it. What's your reaction to their presence today? How do you feel having J.K. Randle as?
Yeah, sure. First, we feel excited to have signed this. One, the audit and assurance services is subsidized for these businesses. Ordinarily, individually, they cannot access J.K. Randle. But with this understanding, they can. And they will have their financial statements stamped and recommended by J.K. Randle. It's a plus. And that helps us in the process of structuring them to access big funding. That also helps us to mitigate the risk of the investments we made in these institutions and finally grow them into a sustainable venture. That's the target. And so we are very happy to have done this today.
So a quick one on that note. Yes. Understanding that you are not going to be there when J.K. Randle is actually interfacing with most of these clients.
Yes.
There's an endorsement that they should come.
Yes.
How do you think this is going to empower, especially the SMEs that you are from?
Fantastic. One, J.K. Randle they are well known for their expertise, and with the developmental programs we have online, it will be a very great opportunity for these SMEs to learn, understand, and practice that which they will observe from one of the best audit firms in Nigeria. And it's going to give them access to a lot of opportunities. They can develop their website and say, our auditors are this, our financials are this, our rating companies are this, we have this program running, we have these business activities going on, we have these international affiliations. And by the time it is going to have a multiple effects, and at the end of the day, of course, you will have values around most institutions that ordinarily are never thought to be good for financing. So that's the target. Okay, sir.
What are the enabling environments that you've created for your partner in order to have a smooth one when they start their services?
First, the enabling environment is that we have signed this agreement. That has empowered them already, because before we finance any institution, we have already made them understand who will be your auditor. This is a risk mitigating strategy. it is also an opportunity for the SME to get access to most of the things they've not ever have. And another enabling environment we've created for them is that we have given them exclusivity. And then 3 is that we have already inculcated into the minds of the entrepreneurs who will be their auditor and who will provide them with assurance services. So all they need to do now is go into their place, generate their new strategies, add values to these institutions, and then we are on the path of glory.
Okay, looking at the research we've done, your organization is one amongst, if there is any competing in that platform here in Nigeria and cut across the continent of Africa. We want to hear, this should be another idea of enlarging the coast of RegCharles. What should the society expect in terms of enlargement?
Yeah, fantastic. What they will expect is productivity. What they will expect is income generation. What they will expect to see is sustainability in businesses. We know by research that 1 out of 10 new ventures survive. RegCharles is trying to say we will get 10 to survive, not 1. And that is why you have, first, the capacity development programs, secondly, funding, third, audit services, fourth, business support services, fifth, financial management services, and above all, you have to reduce unemployment. And that is the target. Pay company, 4 new people gets employment. Pay company. By the time you calculate it over 200, you're talking about getting more than close to 500 people empowered. That is a major boost to the economy.
So, thank you for this. Other persons will come on, we'll have a one-on-one meeting.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.